Hello, hello, hello. Hi, welcome. Thanks for stopping scrolling and joining me and the rest of the gang for 10 minutes of marvellous mindfulness. So here we are on Monday evening for some mindfulness. Anyone else truly horrified that it's only Monday? Like, is it just me, or did today feel like a very rude awakening to this week somehow? Anywho, enough of my problems. Enough of my problems. We're going to do 10 minutes of mindfulness, and we're going to keep it really simple this evening because I like simple, I can manage simple. And we're going to do a practice called box breath. For this, you need to be able to count to 4. Yeah, it's 4. 4, and you need to be able to breathe at the same time. Those are the 2 things that I will ask of you. If you can only do one of those things, breathe. If it's counting or breathing, breathe. I mean, just generally in life, if it's counting or breathing, go for breathing. So we're going to do box breath. I will talk you through the practice. We'll do a few things to settle in before we get there. But basically, box breath, as the name suggests, is like you are breathing 4 sides of a box. And I physically can't explain this without doing this with my finger. It's like something happens in my brain. Always this finger, always this hand. Anyway, you are going to inhale. See how this works? Then you exhale. Start again. You inhale. You hold the breath in. Then you exhale and you hold the breath out. And you inhale and you hold the breath in. And you exhale and you hold the breath out. See how that works? Watch the magic finger, people. Watch the magic finger. So I've just seen, I get distracted by the comments that come up. One of my lovely friends. Yes, that's a perfectly good excuse. Yeah, to eat and breathe at the same time. Yes, that's fine. So box breath, 4 sides of a box. So I am going to count your 4 sides of the box. If the count that I give, I can stop doing that now, right? If the count that I give you is too long or too short and it feels like it's stressing your system, please change the length of the breath. Just make sure you change, obviously, because you're all sensible people, you change all 4 sides of your box. Makes sense? Of course it does. You're a very sensible human. So we'll do a few things to settle in before we get there. The reason why box breath is so good as a mindful practice is because A, it helps us regulate breath, which has an immediate physiological effect on our system. By counting, it also gives the mind a really strong anchor as well. So you get a double whammy. You get the counting, which means the mind has something to really latch onto. And the fact that we're counting breath means that breath gets regulated, which can just help reset some anxiety stuff. Sometimes that can help. If you've got any general feelings of unease, stress, all that kind of stuff, breathing helps in life. But breathing helps. So this box breath is a bit of a double whammy for that. It's also good if you having a problem going to sleep. It can be quite good just for those reasons as well, because you can just, begin to regulate it. And then what you can do is you can, when you're doing it to try and go to sleep, sometimes if you extend the exhale so that you're kind of doing you're no longer doing a box, you'd be doing a rectangle. Doesn't matter what shape you're doing, move on, Meg. If you extend the exhale incrementally, that can help. But for now, we're going to do box. We're going to do 4 sides of a box. So start to get yourself sitting comfortably. Remember, you can sit on the floor. You can sit on the edge of your bed. You can sit wherever takes your fancy, but try and sit somewhere where you are nice and upright so that you feel the top of your head lifting up towards the sky, and any other bit of you feels grounded and supported by whatever you are sitting on. So there should feel like there's a little bit of effort in sitting up nice and tall. We don't want slumping, we don't want collapsing back into the chair. We want you dropping into awareness, not dropping off for a nap. So let your hands rest wherever they want to rest. They can be in your lap, palms turn up. They can be on your thighs, palms down, whatever feels good for you. Just make sure that the hands are close to you so that you're not unconsciously rounding your upper back by kind of leaning forward with the hands. Just make sure they're tucked in so that the shoulders can naturally draw back and down. If you are sitting on a chair or something that isn't the floor, make sure both feet are nice and flat on the floor so we get a slight sense of symmetry and balance within the body. Once you feel like you are in a comfortable seated position, I want you to let your eyes gently close. So let your eyes fall closed. Begin to settle. And as the body begins to settle, now is your opportunity. Make any little adjustments to the posture that you need. Because for the next 10 minutes or so, you want to be comfortably still. Now, for many of us, just sitting still is in itself quite a challenge. So if you feel the need to fidget, to move, to scratch, to just move clothing, that's totally normal. This is all part of the practice that we are learning. We are very rarely still. So if the urge to move comes up, as we're going to do with all of these urges, so to speak, just notice it. Notice if you actually do need to move or whether you can just let that pass, or perhaps you do need to mindfully respond. So perhaps you do need to shift your position just a little, but then settle back into stillness. So just as we're going to do with our thoughts, when you feel like you need to move, it can just be the body reacting to the fact that it should be being still. So if that feels like a challenge, you are perfectly normal. That's the good news. But as you begin to get settled, let's take 3 nice, big, deep breaths together. You're going to breathe in through the nose and you're going to sigh out through the mouth. So when you're ready, just exhale from wherever you are. And then take a big breath in, breathe it in through the nose and sigh out through the mouth. Good. 2 more like that. Again, breathe in. Big breath in through the nose, breathe deep and wide into the lungs. And then sigh. And then 1 more. Big breath in through the nose. Try and now breathe down into the space behind your belly button. Feel that expand wide. And when you're ready, sigh. Good. You may be feeling a little bit better already. Now just let your breath be normal. Let it do whatever it wants to do. And begin to bring your awareness and your energy and your body to arrive into this moment. Because today you have been out in the world doing stuff. You have been a human doing rather than a human being. You have been out doing all the roles that you've needed to do throughout your day. The threads of you have been out into the world. The thread of partner or child and carer and student and teacher and mother and father and counsellor and friend and boss and employee, all those different threads of you have been out there doing their thing. But now is the time to just draw them all back into you, so that you can arrive here as the whole, awesome person that you are. Perhaps for the first time today, just notice how you feel. If you can't notice how you feel, ask yourself how you feel, and just notice what the response is. And whatever that response is, try and accept it. Doesn't mean you have to like it or dislike it, but can you just accept it? Can you just begin to tune in to how you feel and allow that to be felt? Remember that the mind is going to wander, but your only job is to notice when and where it goes and bring it back into this moment and this moment and this moment. Allow yourself to be here now. Nothing to do, nowhere to go, nothing to be other than here and aware. And let's begin to tune in. Notice where in your body you can most easily feel the rise of your inhale and the fall of your exhale. Take a moment to tune in and notice where that is. It may be somewhere around the belly button, a little bit above or a little bit below. Where in your body can you feel rise of inhale, fall of exhale? That natural rise and fall. So there's no effort on your part right now. So just spend the next minute or so purely getting acquainted with your breath. Noticing its smoothness. Noticing its peaks and its troughs. Noticing its flow. Noticing if it pauses. Just noticing the breath. And then we'll continue to use the breath as our anchor and start our box breath practice. So I will talk you through this. And remember, if at any point this feels that it is stressing your system, stop. Just go back to normal breath. Either just go back to watching your breath or pause and come back to the box breath. Also, if you feel that you need to change the count, if you need to shorten it or lengthen it, obviously do so. Just keep all 4 sides of your box the same length. So when you're ready, just take a normal inhale and a full exhale. And then inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold it in, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold it out, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold it in, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold it out, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold it in, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold it out, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold it in, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold it out, 2, 3, 4. Keep going by yourself. Keep going. Now you've just settled into that rhythm. See if you can soften the corners of your box so that each part of the breath has a sense of flowing softly to the next part, so that there's no abrupt holding of the breath. There's no harsh end of the exhale. Can you imagine giving each corner of your box a softness and a roundness? A few more rounds. Noticing that when and where the mind goes, just bring it back. Couple more rounds. At the end of your next exhale, just let it go. Allow the breath now to settle however it wants. And for a moment, just let your mind do whatever it wants to do. If it wants to think, let it think. If it wants to plan, wander, whatever it wants to do, let it go. For a moment, tune in again to how you feel. Again, perhaps ask yourself if it's not apparent. Notice what you are feeling inside your body. Notice how it feels to be in your body. Maybe a sense of groundedness or calmness, confidence, stillness, peacefulness. Whatever it is that you have a sense of right now, allow that to be felt by your whole body. So imagine it soaking out, like water out into a sponge. Allow it to ooze out so that it can be felt by bones and muscles, into your heart, into all the cells. Imagine that feeling just oozing and glowing and moving out to the tips of your toes, to the tips of your fingers, to the top of your head, just being soaked up by your whole system. Know that whatever you are feeling, you can take with you into the rest of your day, to the rest of your week, and it is always here for you to tap back into. Just by taking a moment to be still, a moment of pause, a moment of awareness, a moment of tuning in, and you can tap straight back into this resource that is always within you. Don't change anything, just take one more big breath in through the nose and sigh. Now either let the hands stay where they are, or you can bring them into a prayer shape in front of your breastbone. You can let the head bow. Pause here just for another moment and think of 3 things that you can be grateful for. 3 things from your whole day, or 3 things from your whole life. Whatever those 3 things are, allow them to lift the corners of your mouth into a smile. Feel that smile on your lips and send that smile energetically out. Send it out, and it will connect with everyone who has shared this practice with us this evening and who will share the practice in the future. And know that we are all connected, and that it is this connection to and through each other that we will get through whatever the heck may still lie ahead. Namaste. Thanks, gang. Thank you for being here. Thank you for stopping scrolling and doing something awesome for yourself. You rock. I will be back here tomorrow night at 9 o'clock for more of the same, but slightly different. Ooh, exciting. Possibly. So why don't you come and join me? It's on, if you're not watching this through good old Facebook, come find it on Real Life Yoga with Meg. Google that in Facebook. That's not a thing. Search for that in Facebook. It's been a long day. I'm glad you stopped scrolling too, Helen. Nice to see you. So come find me 9 o'clock tomorrow night. Thanks, Therese. I'm glad you liked it. Thanks to all of you. And we shall do this again, shall we? Okay. If I don't see you tomorrow, come back. We're here. The royal we. We are here Sunday through Thursday evenings. So 9 o'clock, come find me. Share it if you liked it. Share it if you didn't like it. I mean, that would be weird, but you know, why not? Good karma. Anywho, lots of love to you all, and hopefully see you virtually or otherwise very soon. Bye.